Mr. Jonathan. Good evening. Any other if I guess the outline. Okay. Yeah, so don't be worried about that. All right.
Okay, so we did both.
Okay. I just say about 8 hours. So don't have no more free. Yeah, but no call nothing on my bank. I can't say the because that's an easy.
We did.
Mr. David Akwaba, I did say we have a code. Alright. Antenna, home design. Antenna, ana waira.
Pacho me how me ya dear sorry. Let me don't be here for Pacho now.
Dia ada mention here.
Until now, actually.
Yes, baby.
Union from you know best ramen. And then me hand me the hand my the pa. How you do, baby? Aye.
Yes, baby.
Union from you know best ramen. And then me hand me the hand my the pa. How you do, baby? Aye.
Some say bit much as here. Alex.
Okay, so check YouTube.
Good evening to you all. We are once again back to Ghanaian Union in Thailand, our usual weekly webinar for today. We are going to continue, and this is going to continue every week, 7 to 8 p.m. I think we will have to go back and take our time very seriously. Most of the time, we are always late. Okay. Today is a continuation of what we did last week, the presentation of our vision, what we plan to do for the community for the next 1 or 2 years. And this time, our honorable guest is Mr. Jonathan Miracles. Mr. Jonathan is handling and helping us with the welfare department. So I'll be with him. He will be presenting it. And after that, any question comes, we will discuss everything as a unified body. Without wasting much time, shall we say a word of prayer? We know you are with us, dear Lord. We know you've been with us. And we know that you're going to be with us throughout all our minds, our thoughts, our actions. May you please come and help us be the center of everything we do, and let us help as we can. Let us remove every iniquities and make it something that you will cherish and help us. Today, it's one day that we always meet. May you please come join all of us. If there's anyone who needs your help, wherever he is or she is, do help, because we do believe that you, as an omnipotent God, you sees everything. May our prayer be heard in the mighty name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. So once we're done with our prayer today, I will invite Mr. Miracle to continue. Mr. Miracle, over to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Senior Stephen, able president and founder of G-Union. I stand on the protocols that has been established to say I welcome you all to today's webinar. Well, I would say I'm going to be a part of a group of people leading the welfare department, but for today, I will speak on their behalf. And so, not to waste much time, to begin with, we are teachers. We all know as teachers, for us to understand or for our students to understand better, we need to always break down certain words and points so that they get. By the way, I hope I can be heard right? Please, can you hear me?
Yes.
Very good. Okay, yeah. So I was saying we are teachers and we always like to explain. Like we said, welfare. Basically, we can say we are foreigners in a different land, and we have families. All of us are from families, and I know some of us have families. We meet on a regular basis to discuss about the well-being, a comprehensive look at how best we can help each other. I'm talking about back home. And so it's the same concept that we are trying to implement with the Ghanaian Union. So we're looking at how best we can comprehensively look at our physical well-being, our financial well-being, updating ourselves on the job, and any other thing that matters, especially the fact that we are in a different country, the culture. And we can all attest to the fact that ever since this webinar started, we have been open to so many varied, issues. Sometimes probably we didn't know or we betted on. So it is based on this that we want to look at how best we can present a document, at least in a year or two, and just to focus on our well-being. Not quite long, we lost a dear sister, And unfortunately, well, I'm just hearing she's still with us here. We thought she has gone back home long time. This is something that the union, if we were strong enough to be a formidable unit, we should have been able to, dignify her by, letting her remains go to rest. But here's the case: she's still in a very cold environment, and only God knows. But we are praying that God will strengthen us to, be able to deal with such things. Mr. Steve, if you can help me share the document so that we go through it, and then the questions and suggestions that may be added later. Yes, thank you. Okay.
This is the one, right?
All right, very good. Okay. So, like we said, the context or the background to the reason why we as a union, we should focus on our well-being comprehensively. One thing that led me particularly to joining this group was this idea of no dues policy, right? And I think we can all align with the same concept that has brought us here. And so far, it's a year counting. None of us has paid any dues, but the union is running, even though there are challenges among us, but we can all attest to how agile our president and some of the executive members are helping us to help curtail situations that comes up day in, day out. Most of them may not be discussed, but we do hear people getting stranded with visa issues. It could be health issues, work issues, and other things. So basically, when we are, I can't find the document again. When we are able to found a formidable unit, a strong welfare department that can foresee or overlook or oversee, that's the right word, oversee every other thing that is pertinent to us. This is the reason why. So here we're talking about growing welfare challenges among Ghanaians in Thailand, right? How are we able to knit ourselves together and we can move together as a family? Remember, I said we're all from families and we practice this thing on a regular basis. So it's the same thing we do on weekly basis. We might not see it, but the more we meet on a regular basis, it is really bonding us. We are knitting very well, and this is what family is all about. So we intend to build a welfare system without monthly dues, like we mentioned, reduce emergency dependency, improve safety, dignity, and integration. Integration, which has to do with learning about the Thai culture, or even ourselves, because we all come from different cultural backgrounds and how we were trained and how we were brought up is different. So dealing with each other sometimes is very complicated. You can all attest to the fact, but when we come together like this, we get to know our temperament, our strengths and other things, and we build on that. So that is one key area we are going to look at. Okay. Our guiding principles here, like I mentioned, zero monthly dues philosophy. I know this thing will raise a lot of questions, but when it gets there, our able president will support me to give further and better explanation to that, because honestly, we are all wondering, we are not paying dues, but the union is thriving, as we have another aspect of it called TriFund. It's thriving. And I mean, if you're a curious person, you begin to ask yourself, when we cast our minds back home or any other union we belong to, usually it is always about dues. Pay your dues, pay your dues, pay your dues, pay your dues. But getting closer to our president and the idea he's bringing, you see, it is doable. It is something we can do if we align with the vision and mission of the union. Recently, we all are praising Ibrahim Touare, our neighbor, Burkina Faso. how well this guy is turning around his country without going for loans, nothing whatsoever, just using internal resources. People are willingly donating for this vision. So that is the kind of idea I am seeing behind, and per what our able president has been able to explain to my better understanding. So this is what we want all of us to have a better understanding of: owning the union and letting it be ours. And so in one way or the other, with time, we will learn to build this culture of donation in a way. But it will also come not just as in you giving money without anything. The mission is to probably look into paraphernalia, G-Union, probably backpacks, coats, the t-shirts that we know, bangles, pens, just what do you call it? There's a term for that. Branded items that the union will be giving out just at a token. In that way, you're supporting the union, but you are not feeling like you are contributing to that. So this is something we are going to focus on and make it not look like you're paying money, but you're supporting the union growth in that regard. Okay, welfare based on systems, not handouts. Okay, it's linked with what I just talked about, right? And we are also looking at a time coming where, you know, people are advertising what they do on the union platform. We intend to make it in a way that it's open for anybody to advertise whatever you want to, but at a token, because at the end of the day, it is the union that is giving you the platform to advertise whatever you're doing on the union's page or pages. So it is only appropriate to attach a minimum token in support of. This is not a charge, but just to also, in your own way of contributing towards the welfare of the union, how we can move on without burdening ourselves with extra fees and all those kind of things. Okay, if we can go to the next one. Okay, core welfare systems. So we focus on prevention rather than crisis response. Like we're saying, if we're able to get all these things in place and running, we won't wait for problems to arise before we're looking for solutions. We can always foretell whatever solutions we can proffer to situations that may come up. For example, you know, building a system where job will be guaranteed for members, right? I'm sure with time, all these things will be outlined properly, where being a member of G-Union, you can be rest assured that these things won't be a headache. You know, when your contract is about to end, like you're wondering, am I going to be signed again? And if we have this union running, it will be in the position to always be there, especially posting jobs on a regular basis to help. And with this job thing, the idea is also to create a central system where it could be only for members. Whatever job is posted, it has to be for members, but there will be a system where someone is in charge coordinating who is applying and eventually who gets the job. And when you get the job, then the need for you to let the system in charge or the one in charge of this that particular setup know that, okay, I am the one that has benefited from the post that was. And in that way, you can also even try to support the union, because at the end of the day, not a task per se, but something you are giving just for the love of the union. The fact that the union helped you to earn money and support yourself and family back home. Okay, jobs and skill support. Skill support, I mean, we have been on week in, week out, learning about AI, learning about Microsoft, learning about personal development, different areas. So that is what this union is all about. Community-based volunteer support and early education for newcomers. I think last, our vice president was able to look into this area, because this has been the headache of most of us, because we are being made to believe it's so rosy. When you come here, you don't need to struggle and all those things. But when you get inside, then you get to know, no, what they sell to you out there before you come is entirely different. So our ability to get the newcomers well informed, and like a vice president was saying, providing a toolkit that will equip them what you need to do, how to build your what do you call a CV, and how to enhance yourself before you can even think of applying for jobs and all those things. And community-based volunteers, we're also looking at the idea where in other provinces, I was having a discussion with our president this morning, and he was talking of the database is going to help us identify key areas where we are more, and then we can look at how to get people to volunteer in that regard towards our well-being. Can we go to the next one? Okay, so like we were saying, or I was saying, verified WhatsApp and line job channel. So a setup that we can post jobs that are verified. We know that this one, there is no kululu, there is no scam anywhere. It is genuine. You apply and the system would help. We know job clinics, how to build CVs, interviews, salary negotiations. These are things that the welfare department is looking at. And then the entirety of it is to reduce joblessness and desperations. Like I was saying, you know, when your contract is about to end, you know, you hardly can have peace of mind. And these are things that when we are able to tackle as a family, right, you see that we'll all progress alongside. It won't be like others are making it and others are not making it. It will all depend on how we accept this idea and how best we're willing to give in. At the end of the day, you don't do it because someone is asking you to, but you see the need to support the union in one little way or the other that helps in our progress. Okay, can we move to the next one? Okay, as we know, visa and other things is also a basic, what do you call it, necessity. So knowing how to go about those things, or we have been educated, but we will keep educating ourselves as and when. The last time we were posting, I think Catflix posted this 90-day thing. Most of us don't do, especially those of us with agencies. The agency will have to take your passport and do it for you at a fee, which is supposed not to even be the case. So when we get to know all these things, we can do it on our own, and it helps us in so many ways. Yes, avoiding police trouble and, like I mentioned, scams, right? Especially we being blacks, you know, sometimes it's very difficult navigating. So helping ourselves not to find ourselves in some areas that might get us into trouble. It is the duty of our welfare department to, well, it is individually our duty to protect ourselves from this. But as a union, we have to be advising ourselves in one way or the other regarding that. And we have been having classes, learning basic Thai culture and how to navigate the system and how to blend with the system and not be seen as maybe not properly fitting into the Thai society. So these are all things that with time, we are going to be looking into as a union. And in the overall aspect, we'll realize that if we're able to look at these things, this overstay of visa or getting yourself into trouble where you might end up being deported, just not because of your doing, but probably because you didn't know and you were not informed of what to do at what point. So when we get to know all these things, then it helps us to live peacefully and do our work and enjoy the Thai community as well. Okay, can we go to the next one? Okay, so we talked about volunteer. Okay, so with time, this volunteer group that we are talking about, they will be in charge of looking into, for example, if someone is being hospitalized, yes, the union can send a group of people, at least 2 or 3 people, to go there, donate and support such, because like I said, we are family and we are there for each other. But all this will rely on how best we're willing to support the union. Remember, we don't take dues, but if I tell you what is actually going on, I mean, it marvels sometimes, but all because we have leadership that are willing to sacrifice. And in their will to sacrifice, we have to support them by contributing our widow's mite. This culture of contributing, sometimes we feel, like I said, not necessarily contributing, but appreciating the tokens, the paraphernalia, the branded items, in which when you take it, I belong here, but the little money that has been pushed to the union, it's going a long way, if not you, but it could be me that will benefit from it. And in the long run, everybody is going to benefit from the union in whatever way it is that we might find ourselves. We don't always pray for troubles, but as life itself is a risk. So sometimes unforeseen events happen and we have to be there for each other. Okay. So, and this same group will be in charge of reporting, because we'll have to make it more like we have to update ourselves on what exactly was your mission, or what role were you given, how best were you able to carry it out. And also, in doing all this, trying to beat down costs, right? In as much as we are going to be helping ourselves, not to overburden other aspects of us. So with time, I know the finance department would outline other things that can help us generate more income through the little tokens based on either personal contributions or buying paraphernalia that may be designed at a later date for us all to, use. Okay. I think it's a repetition. Okay. Emergency refund. Negotiated emergency. Okay, I think it's almost the same thing being repeated. Okay, so in essence, I would say this is what we intend to present. So basically, the idea centers around the no contribution policy or no monthly dues policy. But how best are we willing to help so that it won't look like it's just 2 or 3 people that are pushing their resources into? Because I can tell we are all benefiting from what has been birthed. This was just an idea that God gave to one individual, and he saw the need to bring us all together. And here we are, 1 year down the lane, and we can attest to the fact that it can only be better. So in essence, that is just a few things that we are going to look into. So that is the end of my presentation, I guess. So in case there are questions or suggestions or contributions, you are welcome. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Let me just look at this aspect. So the Women and Youth Empowerment Workshops, I think Dr. Grace is just like the personal development thing. She is looking into that. But also, we are looking at this mental health support system. Oh, sorry, I almost ignored this aspect. This is a very key area for us. There was a day, I don't know, it was one elderly woman, I forgot her name. She made a comment that really made me felt like I really belonged, because she was feeling, I'm paraphrasing, not quoting her, she was feeling bored throughout the day, but just a comment that came on the the page, made her kind of like relieved. So we are looking at how best we can help ourselves to navigate the work environment, the Thai environment, and the pressure that is even coming from home. Our mental well-being is the core of whatever we are here to do. If you don't have sound mind, sound relationship, I doubt we can survive it here. So this is one key area that we will look into. Like I said, Sina was talking about trying to contract someone that can begin with us. Because looking among us, I don't think we have any psychologist that can probably look into these things, though we learn individually one or two things, but such things need professional advice. So I'm sure as time goes on, we will get to know someone available. But for now, it may be at a cost because, you know, we are looking at someone that can understand us as a people. And if we get someone who is willing to do it for us for free, fine. But if we don't get, but the one who is willing to charge at a fee and give us solutions to our mental health issues. And also the union intends to do this regular checkup system. You see, sometimes when you wake up strong, you hop onto your car, your bus, your motorbike to work, you think all is well. But checking the internal structure of our setup helps us to understand that we are strong, solid, and not to get up one day and something happens, then it's like your whole world is crumbling down. So we intend to look and focus on this area as well. Our mental health is very key. Okay. Can we see if there's still another one? I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so same thing. We can push because all these points are covered already. Can we go further? Okay, so I think that's just in essence. So looking here, estimated annual income. So this is something that we are targeting, the 51,000 baht, which is doable. Like I'm saying, the little we will be putting or pushing into the account. I'm sure with time, G-Union accounts will be set up so that when you contribute, you can be acknowledged for your contribution, and we can track whatever contributions that are put onto that account. What was it used for, and how best has it been utilized? And that will come with the transparent system that we talked about. Senior, why 1,000 what? Senior Isa, why 51? Please, can you voice it out? So, okay, like we're saying, no reliance on donation aspect has to do with this thing, while I'm saying patronizing the branded items of G-Union, right? So it is not just going to be like you're putting your money away. You know, sometimes we always feel like giving the money without a value for it. I mean, as Africans, that's how we always think. We feel like we're throwing away. But if you get a branded item from the union, in that way, you feel like your money is worth it. That is where we're coming from. This is just an estimated amount, which I said initially is doable, because if we put our mind to it and not just be thinking of the value, and it is not necessarily hitting the target, it could even be more, right? Yes, I know there are big men on this platform who can willingly donate 51,000 in support of our mission and vision. So it is doable. And so far we can tell everything is transparent, because on regular basis we're updated on, especially those of us on the Tri Fund. You see how we are being brought along to know what your money is being put to and how best the money is being put to productivity in that regard. Sina, can you go to the next slide and see if there's still one? Risk and mitigation, low participation, benefit for customers, high agency. Well, I think these ones are not okay. Expected outcomes. Okay, so here, if we're able to carry out all these things that we are saying, we are looking at about 50% reduction in preventable emergencies. So, for example, let's say sickness, right? Nobody wants to fall sick, but it's something that is always imminent. If we are able to carry out this thing of taking care of our mental health, checking the regular checkup thing. So the regular checkup thing actually will have to be more like a partnership with a particular hospital where probably a discount can be given because the union is negotiating with them so that they can beat it down. We all know over here without health insurance and other things how difficult it is to, seek for medical attention. The cost always there. And the target of 300 plus members, we are thinking, especially with job issues, job-related issues, accommodation and visa support and other things. That is the target of the number of individuals, not just the teaching field. We know others are into business, others are into football and other things. So that is the target of the department, and it might be very big, but yes, it's doable. We always have to set a target that is higher than we can. If we can't achieve it, but when we do our progress report, then we can now build on what we were able to do and how best we can better it on the subsequent years. And strong nationwide welfare structure. So as time goes on, we know we are knitted around almost every province in this, and even the neighboring, countries. So as time goes on, they are all going to be people we look after or look up to wherever they are so that we can get them on board because we are all Ghanaians and we want the well-being of us all. Okay, Sina, can we see the next, if there is? Good. So in essence, how best we are able to the no monthly fee policy and how best we are able to run the union based on our contributions to make it more sustainable. And in the long run, a lot of things are going to be outlined, but for now we have to make sure the basic structure is put in place. Because Senior was talking about even looking at a 10-year project where we can look into building homes, because we cannot say we're going to live here forever. Even if we do, we have to start planning towards our future. Some of us must have started, but I mean, together, how we can do it and make it more economical. So these are things that are yet to be outlined as time goes on. So the welfare department is actually it's looking for the well-being of us. I think I will leave my talk for now and allow Senior to continue. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Miracle. Yeah, I saw somebody asking about the miracle. Yeah. And with the question, Mr. Issa was asking why 51,000 but not 50,000 budget? Yeah. The estimated amounts from petty things that got involved is the one that raises it to 51,000. So I think we can either make it less or big because that was the estimated amount in terms of if somebody is looking for a visa and you want any agent to help, that will go through us and so on and so forth. I will want to pass on something that I have experienced. What I have noticed right now is that all of us, we left home for a reason or with a specific reason in mind, apart from getting a job. We did not leave home simply because we want to work. We left home because we want to do something back home. It can be taking care of your family. It can be sending your child to school. It can be your family, your parents. It can be building property at home. So what I notice is that this is an experience. Most of the time when I speak with an experience, not just something that I'm shouting or I want to talk about. This is what happened with a friend of mine, very close friend of mine. Um, Whenever we did talk about something, going home, what do we do, and so on, I noticed that in his mind, his expectation has not been met, and it is very difficult for him to move on. So I introduced him to a credit card. And I know a lot of us say that credit card is not good, it's very bad, and so on. I introduced him to that. He got a credit card, and I made sure that he followed a system, specific system. And within 6 months, he built a house that he wanted, which was on his heart. Now he's in Ghana. So what I'm saying is that there are systems around the little amount we are taking, which can really help us to effectively get why we came out of Ghana. But right now, what we have been noticing is that a lot of people have very peculiar and nice thoughts and ideas and systems, but it has become a lonely thought. If nobody keeps me out, I'm fine where I am. I don't mind what is happening to the other. So the welfare here isn't about keeping you safe here. It is not about making sure that you get a monthly salary. It's not about, no. Those things are the main reason why we are here. Obviously, you will get things done. But it is also about when you are gaining a certain prospects where management becomes issue and you can't turn around and you feel like you are all on your own. That moment, it's really difficult. I keep telling friends and people around me that help is not cash. Say help. If it is help is cash, then we will not spell it HELP. No. Help is not cash. So if you come to me for a help, financial help, and I cannot help you with the finance and cash, I ask myself, what can I do for you to get that help you did not get from me? And that's what this system is all about. If you do know anything, if you are good in something, if you are your connection with somebody or something else, that is why all of us are here. Being able to help making sure that you achieve why you came out of Thailand, it's one of the greatest things that we could ever do for each other. If we're able to do that here and we go back home, when we go home, imagine I'm in Kumasi, this one is in Walla Walla, this one is Wa, this one is Nabrongo, and yet you are there. Because of what we shared here in Thailand, you will remember it where you are. At that time, we become a mesh in our own country. Eventually, that will spread around. You still bond, you're still connected in many ways. So please, do not think about all about money. Yes, here, without money, it is going to be very difficult to survive. But if you don't go to people, if we don't come to you with money issues, I think your mind will be rested enough for you to help us. That's what I see. If I go to Mr. Miracle, anytime he picks my call and it's about money, he will definitely be worried the moment he sees my call. But what we don't know is this: advices are expensive than even the cash you will be giving. For cash, it goes out. Advice, it stays with you as your benchmark. It guides you, and you will be able to, multiply it as many times as possible. And sometimes that advice that you have been given, You give it to somebody, and that person thinks you're a good person. Meanwhile, it is not you that got that advice. You see, it builds all of us. So please, that is one thing I want us to build ourselves, that we are here not because of money. Anybody is going to give you money. When the money comes, it's a benefit. But the most important thing is to support each other by any means necessary, possible. Even if it has to be speaking to somebody to gain their calm themselves down, please do that. Okay. Another example. There were three people, three men in school. They became friends in school, and they noticed that none of them can continue their education whilst taking care of their children. So it's very difficult for them. But they brought a system where one will go to school, the rest will take care of that one going to school's children, whilst helping the person pay school fees. It's more or less like what we talk about at home in Noboa. And once they finish, it's a project after project. And now they've gotten every possible thing they want in life. As I'm talking to you, they are not even in one place. And yet, this one's house is being monitored and built by this person. This one's car, it's paid for this. This one's US visa is paid by this one. Everybody has something. This is life. One person can, but it's always not enough to do everything. So the welfare, it's really important to me, because if something happens right now and we don't know, yes, it becomes you. We have a lot of our friends who don't want to join simply because they don't want to join. Even we have 178 members on the database, but we always receive highest peak for this is 40 something. You understand? I don't know whether they are behind some others conversation, video or not, but please let us try to help ourselves with many other ways that we can. If you need help, you call and you ask, this is my issue. How do I help? And somebody gives you an advice and directives, your issue is already solved. That means next time when it happens again, you have solution already. You have solutions already. So please let us do our best to make sure that what we are building, even though it may seem something undoable, but believe me, it is doable, because when we talk about cash, or let's say dignity, or we talk about integrity, it's even, these have different varieties, their meanings. Okay, I think we talked about something like that already a long time ago. So please, before we continue, may you please the question and answers. If you have any question with anything that we have said, Mr. Miracle has said today, kindly give us your questions and let us discuss this. This is really important. If we're able to handle this, the rest will be easy. Yes, please, Mr. Ohene, kindly go ahead.
Okay, Mr. Miracle, thank you for the nice presentation, and Presido, we also thank you. There is concern about the job applications, and I have this concern. It has been going on for years, and nobody is addressing it. And I think I have to speak out. I don't know whether it is a contribution or a question. My worry is that most of Ghanaians here, especially our leaders, most of you, 80% of the leaders, those called leaders, are bringing Ghanaians here in Thailand without securing job for them. It has become a worried, and it is going on. I don't know. And most of you, the leaders, are part. Most of the leaders, more can be. So in this case, as Ghana Union president, how will you solve this issue? That is my question.
But you already said I'm part of it, so I'm part of it. Do you think I will want to solve the issue if I'm part of it? Anyway, that was I believe that it was a joke. Yeah. First of all, I don't bring anybody here without telling the person what is really here. Yeah. I prefer to tell you to change your mind rather than to not tell you and bring you here. And number two, if anybody tells you that they will get a job for you, I spoke with one woman last week. I think she's also working as a civilian in one of the army camps in Ghana. And she's really excited. She wants to leave. She wants to come. And then I told her, I'm sorry. You are at office now. When you come, you're going to kindergarten and jump. And eventually you're going to be so, what do you call it? Um, you, you're going to be feeling worse for yourself for not staying in your office. Somebody also asked, can I get a job before coming? I told the person, I don't give jobs. And the people who are also in the country looking for jobs are even hypothetically, extremely, when you want to hype everything, even more than people who are getting the job from outside the country. And number three, most of the companies, apart from some international schools, nobody would want to take you outside before coming in here because that comes with a different responsibility. There is a rule and a law there. If they bring you from outside and did not go on to a specific or did not achieve specific, reach specific plan, they will not be in a good condition with the law. So they won't. Once you're in, you came by yourself, then they can employ you in any way they want. So yes, this thing you are talking about that most people are bringing them. Number one, Mr. Ohene, you know them. I don't know them. We are all sitting down here. We know who is bringing who. I don't know them. And it will be very difficult to fight a fight when you don't know your opponents. So what I would say, if you are really asking me what I should do, what I would say is that all of us, every member in Ghanaian society here in Thailand, bring those names that are bringing people. Then we will talk to them. How many people they are bringing? We will also help them because there is no way we can stop Ghanaians coming to Thailand. If that is the case, I wouldn't have been here. So if we know them, then we can truly find a better way of helping them because for them, they only want to survive. Let me put it that way. That is it. So when somebody called you, Mr. Ohene, I want to go here, blah, 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 maybe at that time, you will say that, okay, with the thought in mind that when he or she gets here, you have the union to get some information from to give it to the person. If that is the case, that wouldn't help. So I think if we can bring those people who are bringing people here, and we will know that, okay, you bring these people, you bring these people, you bring these people, this is not to put them in any trouble. No, this is not any trouble. But to make sure that whatever you are doing becomes a good thing and it's not going to end up by talking behind that you brought me here and this is what's going on. So right now, there is somebody that is talking to me to come here, even though the person is not here. I know that the person cannot work as a teacher. I told the person, there is no way you can work here if you are not you don't like teaching job. But even so, I'm still trying to find out other ways if there is any at all, or if a way that the person can get extended visa. These are the two things that causes a whole lot of issue in this country. So um, with that, I don't think I can really do anything if I did not know. The only thing we will do to help is to bring in those people. Anybody who calls me, tells me, oh, I'm a new member here, the first question I ask him is, after I said Aquaba, the first question will be, who brought you here? If any of you here called me first time, you will know that. So you can see that who brought you here. I need to know that person and what are the arrangements between you and the person. So, so I think we can do that. Mr. Isa was saying something, saying 80% means you have the data. Can you kindly produce the information or the data? Yes, it is true. The same thing I was saying. Mr. Ohine, I think after this one, try to help us to gather this information, to know the frequent, people who are bringing our members here, so we can guide them. Because if we don't guide them to bring them here, those who want to come will go through somebody else, and it becomes another issue. So yes, please, it's a very big issue, not just that one, but it is something that we can look into. And remember, this community started, I think, 2 years ago. So there are a whole lot of um, veils we have to cut through in order to achieve what we want. But we will get there. I know that I haven't given you the actual answers to that, but it also needs all of our supports. Next question, please. Next concern, next questions. We need to talk. Oh, there are a whole lot of things that are going on. I know you know. So please, we need to really discuss. If we don't talk more about this, we won't know. We won't find them. There are